Hey guys, welcome to Crusader Caravans Melbourne lighting tutorial. Today we're going to be running through our reading lights, our black and white, no difference of course in the operation, our sphere lighting remote, what it does, how it works, how does it talk to it, what if you lose program, what if you need to add another remote, those bits and bobs. And of course in our overhead cupboard we're going to be showing you what the blue dial does in relation to the strip lighting in some of our upper class like models such as the Excalibur and various other optioned up models. First of all, our wonderful reading lights, all LED of course. We have a USB socket here, 5 volt 2 amps, so you're going to get solid charge out of that, as well as a button located on the back rear facing section, located there with an on and off click mic maneuver. These are supposed to be a little bit weight bearing, so we test individually of course. They get a little bit warm, nothing to be worried about, especially in the heat. Flexible lighting so you can nominate the position, and they are held on with 2 screws located underneath this fascia capping underneath here. The fascia capping of course comes out with a little flick of a finger and pops back in very easily. That is the reading light summary. We're going to run through our sphere lighting remote. So the sphere lighting remote contains 6 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, one of these buttons like this doesn't do a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nothing happens on that one. So we'll turn it all back on, make sure all the lighting's back on. This sphere lighting remote contains button batteries as nominated by the warning label on the back. It is very important for safety that we keep this all stickered, sealed and contained, especially if little ones are in the caravan. They are incredibly dangerous and we need to make sure that we are fully aware of the danger and contaminants that they contain. So moving on, you actually can disconnect this back section to mount the remote into the caravan. It is suggested that you don't mount it onto the sidewalls of the caravan, but perhaps nearby the entryway. If you want to pop the remote 1, 2, sideways, whatever works for you in your understanding of lighting position, and it will simply click on the back there to make it work. Now, other remotes. So it comes with 3 in the Excalibur, 2 in the Musketeer, 1 in the Life Changer. Now, the lighting remotes have 6 individual buttons which turns on areas of the caravan that the factory nominate. Typically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on the outside, and then 6 is an empty area. That is this button here, which is not making it do anything. Now, how does this sphere lighting remote work? So the way it works is all of the wiring runs back to the main big brother box inside the overhead cupboard, or typically in the Gladiator models, it's located on the side of one of the partitions, particularly the wardrobe partition. Now, the main sphere lighting box remote is up here. It says sphere, there's a bunch of little wires in at the top, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, in order to do these buttons, if you press them once, nothing happens. If you double press, you get a flash little light. Now you'll notice the bedroom light is turning on and off. Typically, number 1 is often the bedroom lighting area. Now, if we find the same button, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this top left button typically goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is empty, 6. So as you press this, it is synced up to this sphere remote here. What if it loses sync? Great question. I'll keep them coming. So if it loses sync, you need to be able to resync it. Now, obviously, I don't want to go ahead and ruin this little remote here. So what we're going to do is we're going to tune number 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to tune 5 to every time I press this, it needs to activate on the LED here. So what you're going to do is you're not going to double press it. You're going to hold it in. Just hold this in. I'm not touching this. You hold this in. And then what's going to happen is it's going to begin to flash green, right? I still haven't touched this. This still remains none touched. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to press this button. When I press it, it's going to flash orange here briefly. Bang, orange. Now, if I press it again, which is not advised, it will flash red, which is saying it has removed the pairing function. Orange, again, bang, it's paired. Now, to get out of the pairing mode, press this button here. It is no longer flashing. And then, watch this. 1, 2, 3. Bingo, magic. We're all paired up, ready to go. So why this might be useful is if you have a bunk caravan and the little ones, or even just for mum and dad, want a single light switch. They are available online. You can grab a spare sphere lighting remote, even a little key fob that sits on your keys, that you can actually turn the dedicated ensuite on, or the dedicated lights outside on. Because you have these individual remotes, rather than going through all the buttons, you can just have one singular button. I think they'll run you a cost of around $50 to $60, but it gives you a wireless lighting switch to turn on a specific area. So the process would be, you get your brand new thing, you take out the battery film, put him back in, right as rain, go up here, you hold the button till it flashes, press the button you want to pair up to that area of the van, which you'll find out because you'll be pressing all these different buttons, of course. And then you're going to pair it. Once it's paired, then you can continue on and use your brand new lighting remote or alternatively, if the remote battery dies or it becomes out of its warranty period and it needs to be replaced, that will allow you to tune up the brand new wireless lighting remote, as well as the brand new wireless lighting receiver. The strip lighting. The strip lighting in the Excalibur, Cross Country, and some of our optioned up models is controlled by this little blue dial just here. And you'll notice, as I increase, you've got this dimming switch across the LEDs. A lot of our customers, funnily enough, have slept in complete brightness because they didn't know how to turn it off. So this is the dimming blue button from PowerTech. It is a 12-volt dimming switch up to 8 amps, and that controls the power in and out across all of these strip lighting areas and allows for the lights to dim off. So we also have touch lights in the caravan, located in some of the areas like our tunnel boot on the roof, in our ensuite, as well as our kitchen. So, touch light. Not much of a touch light, is it? So, the trick of the trade is you need to touch the white writing. Bang. Whoop, bang. Now, these are touch and heat sensitive. So it is really important that if they're left on a day like today where it's 38 degrees, it's really important that you need to, when using them, turn them off if not in use. Let's say you accidentally leave them on, you'll go over and via your battery management system, you will turn the power off to cut the power to the light to allow it to cool down to begin sensing touch again. This will allow you to be able to let the light take 4 seconds to just breathe, and then it will begin sense touching, and then it will work again. Because it gets too hot, it won't feel you actually touching the light and won't recognize the on and off touch. That is our lighting tutorial. Please feel free to check out some of our other videos on our channel.